Hey people, welcome into this stream. Well, I say stream, it's actually a video today. And my video today is, I don't often make short videos, but because new information about Discovery dropped yesterday, I thought I'd make a quick video about my feelings about it, because you all know that I love getting out into the black and doing my thing out there. So I thought that I would start by looking at the little differences that they've made, what I like and what I don't like, and what I think about some of the things. So I'm just going to drop it into the game here, just so you can have at least a view of space in the background rather than my start screen. I'll start by looking at the show notes, the reveal notes, and tell you what I think and how I feel about it. So it started by Will Flanagan saying, "Hello Commanders, we're going to be shaking up the format slightly for the final main topic of discussion surrounding some of the major features of Chapter 4 and beyond." And he says, "We're soon going to be revealing more details, blah blah blah. But in this post we'll be presenting just some of the improvements coming to exploration in the next updates." So it says the benefits of exploration improvements. Make exploration more involved. By introducing a process, we aim to make exploration feel more meaningful, making the results more satisfying and rewarding. Replace flying time with gameplay. We want to reduce the amount of time that you have to spend flying to a planet just to discover it. The only time we want you to fly to a planet is because you want to visit it, as there's something there that you want to see or do. Ultimately, that will make exploring planetary bodies and getting first discoveries in the system quicker and more engaging at the same time. Now, this really important wording here. It says getting first discoveries in a system quicker. I really hope that is true. This is one I really like, removing random USS spawning. I've never really been a fan of it. I think you should just be able to drop in somewhere and find them and go to them. So removing random ones, it's going to shake up a lot of things, and not just exploration. I think it's going to shake up other things as well. And how that's going to be totally implemented, I don't really know at the moment. Reduce the time to find planet surface locations. This is super important. It says you'll now be able to employ gameplay to make searching out interesting surface locations, or POIs, quicker and more interesting rather than flying across the planet in low orbit, which I agree with. We've all been saying this. If you can do a deep scan of a planet, there's no way that it can't be finding surface parts. So that bit I like. Improving multiplayer exploration. With both the module upgrades, we are making sure that Wings and multi-crew are supported. Now, Wings generally works fine for me. Multi-crew, it's an absolute storm the last time I used it, so I don't know, and I'm in an S storm. So I don't know whether that's actually going to work or not. It would be nice, but we'll have to see. Holistic system. The improvements to exploration mechanics tied together not just with new discoveries, but mining, missions and signal source location in one package. Now it does say missions, so I think that could be really interesting. All new first mapped. You'll be able to add a first mapped across any planet within the galaxy, including within the bubble, giving all players that have joined the game since its launch even more opportunity to make their mark on the galaxy. I really like that. Having a mapping group, you know, similar to Canon, a group of people who just go out mapping planets. I really like that idea. I think it's great, and I really hope it works. So let's look at some of the real kind of details, full details. The first thing is the Discovery scanner. Now what I should have actually done is probably put some of these photographs in the video, but I didn't. So what I might actually do is I will add a display capture. Oops. Do you know, people, I can't do anything right. Remove that. Not a display capture. Window capture. That's the one. Okay, there you go. So this is an estimation of what the new Discovery Scanner will look like, and it looks pretty darn good. I like the idea of it, but I'm not sure exactly how it works, so we're going to have a quick look at that. It'll say, because explorers ply their trade far from civilized space, we've decided to not add new module requirements. Very good. Instead, we're improving the Discovery Scanner and a detailed surface scanner so commanders can jump right in as soon as the update is released without having to spend time travelling back to port to purchase new gear. I don't know whether I actually agree with that. Maybe they should have just brought a couple of extra stations out there in the black and had us come in. It'll be weird to have this big jump and not have to work for it, but never mind. When you activate the Discovery Scanner, you'll now be taken to an all-new scanning interface and view. In this augmented camera view, you're able to interrogate the system using new functionality of the scanner, which I think is really good. It's going to really get you to look around the system and be able to see all the star map in the background and everything. So I think that's actually going to be more interesting than you would think. The process will start with the Honk system scan, though its usage is now the start of a more engaging process. If all you did before was scan for some credits, don't worry, the scan still awards credits. The system scan now returns a full aggregated display of how energetic the electromagnetic emissions are in the systems. It's really interesting. Signals are sorted on a low to high scale by their apparent energy. I'm guessing the energy means more planets, more energy, less planets, lower energy, or actually probably crappier planets, maybe lower energy. For example, emissions from rocky clusters will appear at the lower end of the scale, hot gas giants at the upper range. Okay, so it'll be interesting to find those bits in the middle. The information requires some interpretation as signals can overlap. You are able to tune the focus of your sensors to a particular point on the scale, making emissions from objects at this range much clearer, at the cost of filtering out signals returned from bodies not emitting at this range. Okay, so you'll be able to filter. Okay, you'll be able to filter planets in theory. As you move the view around, you're aiming your Discovery Scanner sensors to aid you. The Discovery Scanner view will also feature a repeating sweep of gravitational disturbance detected in the system. You can use this sweep to narrow your search for stellar bodies, as well as to start your search around the star's orbital plane, which is revealed by the initial system scan. So I don't know. We're going to have to see this in practice before I can really make a judgment on it. I'm not sure if basically when you honk, you'll get credits for stuff that you can't see, basically, that your computer can detect. But if you really want the good money, you're going to have to go and into this screen and kind of search stuff out. You can see that by here where it says system bodies map 38%. So that one's a bit slightly strange. Let's try to move my my ugly mug on top of this, but it's not going to work, is it? So never mind. Okay, I'll keep going anyway without you having to see my ugly mug. That's alright. Once you have a candidate origin, you can use the scanner to reconstruct a massively zoomed in view. If you aimed precisely enough, you will discover the stellar body. If there's a number of stellar bodies in relative close proximity to your focus, you may need to repeat the process to isolated individual signals. Now, unless payouts are going to really go up, this could be problematic, in my opinion. The reason I say it could be problematic, in my opinion, is that they're saying they're trying to make the process a little bit faster. They say they're trying to make the process faster, but it doesn't seem as though they are. That seems like it would slow down the process a lot, but we'll see anyway. As you locate and identify stellar bodies, their emissions are filtered out, instead of becoming markers on the energy range, making it easier to find the remaining bodies. It's at this point you'll gain the first discovered tag rather than having to physically visit the planet. But you're going to be doing this from a bigger distance. A much bigger distance. So them saying that this goes faster doesn't seem to make sense. But you know, as I said, until I've seen it in play, I couldn't really look at it. Importantly, when you uncover a planet using the Discovery Scanner, as well as being informed of the resource available on it, the presence of unusual locations such as Guardian sites will also be revealed, which is very, very nice. It's going to make searching some areas very interesting, like the Formidine Rift and things like this. It could make it very interesting. However, their precise location won't be shown until you've mapped the planet, which, you know, with a detailed surface scanner, which I like. I like that idea. I really do. Like I say, having a mapping company come out would be really interesting. Unidentified signal sources. Along with the exploration update, we're improving the way the USSs work. USS will now spawn throughout the entire system when you first enter it. This enables you to use new exploration tools to find USS throughout the system, not just in the area around you. You can still interrogate nav beacons to find the locations. While USS still have a decay time, the timers have been increased to allow you to find and fly to the ones you're interested in. The decay time is also now displayed when targeted signal sources still obey rules determining where they can appear within a system. Don't know if I agree with that one. With them decaying, I think they should be permanent. I mean, maybe not. You know, maybe not if it's a ship under fire or something like that. But definitely, other things should be permanent. But again, that'll be interesting for people who want to do things like search and rescue and stuff like that. It'll definitely help. Detailed surface scanner. Again, this module will not be replaced. Instead, the detailed surface scanner gains the ability to launch microsensors probes in supercruise. You'll use these probes to map a planet's surface and locate resource hotspots in its rings. That could be really good for mining. That could make mining very interesting. These flight assisted probes are launched via the new aiming interface when activating the detailed surface scanner. The probes will arc towards the planet's surface, and when close enough will display sensor coverage over a large area. Once enough of the surface has coverage, the probes will collate and report their findings. To map rings around the planet, you need to hit each ring with a single probe. Do we have to buy those probes or carry them? To allow for skilled play, you can aim probes away from the planet, allowing them to arc around it, potentially letting you hit the surface on the far side of the planet. If you aim too far away, the probe will fly right past and miss. But by using mass and size information displayed in the HUD, you'll be able to lob probes and get full coverage without having to fly around the planet. You'll be able to synthesize. Oh no, this is the part I didn't like. I didn't want to see. You'll be able to synthesize microprobes for the detailed surface scanner, so we might, but the better any are, the less probes you'll need to complete coverage. I don't mind synthesizing them, but if we need space to carry them, that's going to be a problem. When you do achieve this, any unusual locations will be revealed to your ship's navigation system, so no more eyeballing an entire planet to find those brain trees. Okay. Last couple of parts. First mapped by. We're also adding the opportunity to get your commander's name immortalized in the game with the new first mapped by tag. The first person to successfully map a planet to 100% and sell the resulting data at a port will be rewarded this tag. This also applies for planets that have already got a first discovered tag as well. One of the things I like about that is people who are not really into Discovery are now going to go try some of the Discovery stuff out within the bubble. And that could be nice. Multi-crew. As part of the exploration update, we're making sure that multi-crew members can use the Discovery Scanner and Detailed Surface Scanner at the same time, and all discoveries are shared among the crew or wing. That's really good. This allows wing commanders to fly the multi-crew to engage in exploration together, each earning credits and exploration rank, and making the process more efficient. Now that sounds to me like you could have one person flying, one person scanning, and so on, which is actually really good for, the reason I say it's good for, like if there's a mapping group or something like that gets created, the reason that will be good is because you will be able to fly as a group, having your best people kind of mapping the planet and the best people scanning the planet while somebody just simply pilots. And then it says We'll be revealing more details about Beyond Chapter 4 in the coming weeks, and I can't wait to show you. But in the meantime, please post your feedback regarding exploration in this thread, and we'll try to respond to as many queries as we can. This particular thread is not an area for debate between community members. Okay, so I'll stop there. That's basically all the information. Okay, so like I say, a lot of it sounds really, really interesting. I find it does look to me like it's going to make exploration that little bit more interesting. What I'm really worried about is they're saying it's going to speed it up, but a lot of things that I've read sound like they're going to slow it down. And I'm not even taking the mapping stuff into consideration yet. But if you can scan stuff from greater distance and actually get the makeup of it and stuff like that, maybe, just maybe, you might be wasting a little bit more time on those planets that are closer, but those really far-flung planets that a lot of us don't bother scanning because it's not worth travelling the 200,000 light seconds to get there, maybe that will be easier to find. We'll have to see. I wondered if the cat would get on camera. I knew she would. Okay, so, you know, like I say, it feels alright to me. We'll see. Alright. Hang on 1 second. Shut up. So, as I said, it will be interesting to see what this update brings. I was thinking earlier that when I first loaded it up and looked kind of on the sides of it, I was thinking that I might not bother with the beta, but I might actually give the beta download and really have a closer look at it. So, tell us what you think in the notes in the chat below. Shh. Hey. Let us know what you think in the chat below, and catch me in my next stream, and we can talk further about it. Until then, 9-7.